Hello and welcome to the programme, which today comes from Morocco, a country that provides an intriguing blend of peace, tranquility and exotic adventure. If you're thinking of investing in a property here, stick with me as I find out what Morocco has to offer. We're in the hot spots along the northeast coast between Tangiers and Tetouan.
Sun, sand and sea.
We'll be hooking up with some expats to find out what life is like here.
You're made to feel very, very welcome here.
Taking a look at some stunning property. And Richard Orford will be finding out what you can do when the sun goes down. The Kingdom of Morocco is on the north tip of Africa. It has a huge coastline stretching from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean. So why are so many people choosing to buy property here? I'm going to chat with one of the area's top property experts to find out. About Morocco as opposed to other parts of the Mediterranean, maybe?
Well, I think in common with the other countries in the Mediterranean, Morocco, the Mediterranean coast of Morocco has what everybody's looking for. They're looking for the winter sunshine, the sand and the sea and all that goes with it. However, on top of that, you've also got the whole mysticism that surrounds Morocco in terms of all the history, plus the whole subcontinent of Africa behind you, which you can go and explore at a drop of a hat.
And is it still affordable to invest here?
Very much affordable, very desirable, very, very good quality products. You won't see anything here above 4 stories high. There's limitations on the density of the build. It's a remarkably green area, which surprised an awful lot of people when they come here. They expect it to be really desolate and sandy and desert-like. However, it's very, very, very lush. Most people who I've ever met who've come here for the first time have been really, really, really surprised.
For someone who is new to the property market in Morocco and they want to purchase, how easy is it to do that in regards to mortgages and paperwork, etc.?
You'll get 70% of the value of the title deed in Morocco. That means only 70%. Forget about bank valuations or anything like that. It is simply down to what is written on the title deed. It goes without saying that it's very, very important that the property that you're buying is 100% declared. It's a trap that some people have fallen into in the past, insofar as they think they're buying a property for X amount, and however, the value that's on the title deed doesn't add up to be that. So that's something you should be very, very careful of.
For someone who's thinking Morocco's the place for them, what should they look out for?
Things I would say along the lines of make sure that your lawyer can absolutely establish land ownership, i.e. that the developer is in fact the owner of the land that he is selling. Secondly, that there's a bank guarantee in place that if you are buying off plan, that if anything were to go wrong, that your monies are safe. Very, very, very important.
If someone's looking for an investment, is location quite an important thing?
Yeah, I think it's the world over. It's location, location, location. Here, where we are right now, we're in Almina. We're about 2 minutes away from Marina Smir, which is, for whatever reason, marinas tend to attract value and capital appreciation and desirability from a resale perspective. Location, obviously, on the beach is very, very, very important. Once the beach is gone, you're going to have to go inland. And if you ask, 90 people what their ideal property would be, they will always tell you sun, sand and sea. It's the same the world over.
So what do you see as the long-term prospects for Morocco in regards to property?
As a property market, Morocco is very much at its infancy. However, the most enlightening thing about it is they're doing everything at the right pace. They're building the infrastructure, they're building the airports, they're building the roads, the rail network. They're being very, very modest in their expectations. They're not building high-rise, they're not building properties that are on top of one another. All the amenities are going in. There's very, very strict regulations with regards to developments that they have to have hotels, restaurants, bars, everything in place. So it's not going to become ever a concrete jungle. So when this area is finished, aesthetically, it will be very, very, very pleasing.
If you've been to Port Banús, then this may look familiar. Although it's modelled on the famous Spanish port, Marina Smir is far less built up and perfect for a relaxing stroll in the sunshine. Morocco has a very moderate climate. The average winter temperature in the north is a very pleasing 18 degrees. One expat who's taken the plunge here is Paul Campy. Paul, how did you end up in Morocco?
Well, I live in Spain, or initially lived in Spain. I came over here for my job purely for the weekend, to be honest with you, and found it to be a nice place to be, and decided to keep on working here and got another property over here.
How about lifestyle? What do you do now that you never did back in the UK?
Well, you know, obviously everything changes for you when you come abroad. I mean, the Mediterranean lifestyle is very different to that of the UK, whether that be